it wasn't as easy as I thought because there's so many great songs that I love because I love music. So I guess this is me. I'm a little unusual sometimes, and my favorite song right now is Dancing in the Sky by Danny and Lizzie Luke. And she's singing so sincerely, and I think that's part of why I love the song and I love the tune. But one of the reasons why I really like this song is we've had 6 years, and in 6 years we've had 7 family members pass away. But we've always had to look on the bright side. We're Murphys. We always have to make a little bit of fun of things too.
Tell me, what do you do up in heaven? Are your days filled with love and light?
But yeah, that's my favorite song. Very, very fortunate that I've grown up in such a wonderful family. I had a really happy childhood, and that's all due to my wonderful parents, my mom and dad, Ethel and Lynn. I grew up with my grandmother living in the house. So my mom and dad grew up in the Junction area of Toronto. They went to school there. They got married there. And so we had very good beginnings. My mom was a homemaker. We stayed home and she looked after us. She was just a fantastic mom. When the war was on and my uncle went to war, but my dad didn't go overseas in the Second World War. He was actually too short. So he became an instructor and stayed in Toronto and instructed the troops. Mom and Grandma looked after us and brought us up. And so the big line, of course, was if we did do anything wrong, it'd be, well, wait till your dad comes home. And I was just little, so I'd be all very nervous. And, you know, as soon as my dad kind of looked at me like I'd done something wrong, I'd burst out crying. And so, you know, but what they did teach us was great values. And these are values that I've mirrored in my life today. The morals and values that they brought, the fact that they were very loving, they never fought in front of us, they were always, you know, very kind. I really treasure my parents. I think they were the best. And one of the places that's probably my favorite place for always is Florence. One of my ex-husbands and I, we went to Europe and we shipped our motorcycle over. And we had an open-ended ticket and we were going to motorcycle around the world. And one of the places that we went to was Florence. When Dad and Kelly and I went there on a family trip 3 years ago, we stayed at a beautiful hotel. When we went down for breakfast, they actually put champagne on the table for you to have with your breakfast. So we felt like we were princesses, I guess. Kelly and I would have champagne with our breakfast and then we'd be off for the day. One of the things that was most memorable was we booked a ticket for Kelly to go up the tower of one of the famous churches. And there was a time on it, but she also wanted to see one of the gardens that was there. When we went there, there was a lineup and we hadn't anticipated that. So Dad went into the line, paid somebody, I think, to get us our tickets in front. And so we got into the garden right away, saw the garden, got back to the downtown just in time. But it was just like one of the things Dad would do. He's just so much fun. So we saw this little ceramic place on a side street called L'Ami Ceramiche. So when we came home, we ordered a big platter and 2 big bowls that we still use every day. They're in the kitchen, so I guess maybe that's why I like Florence. I think of it every day. So Christmas has always been my favorite. Since I met your dad, 35 years later, here we are getting together, all my family of 50 on Boxing Day. So we've had 50 Murphys and more every year, just the immediate family, big family, and we love it. And we all love getting together. We will never ever go away for Christmas. You know, the last couple of years, it's just been our little family, Kristen, Joe, the kids, and Dad and I, and Kelly, and Dan, and Joe. And it's a lot of fun. I love the tree, I love the red and the green and all the traditions that go with it, the turkey dinners, and it's just my favorite time of year, family time. I've just been so fortunate my whole life, having good people around me and having nice friends. And my very, very best friend is Penny. Penny and I met 47 years ago. Wow. I think we were about 20. We're the same age. She passed me back a little note, like we were in public school, that said, "I like you." One of my favorite times with Penny was when we went to Puerto Rico. The whole band went down there. They had been announced on the radio, so they had people coming down to see the band that were invited from the radio station. And it was a really big deal. The people waiting outside were so excited to see the band. They broke through the barriers, broke through the doors, and came running into the venue right at our table. So we just dropped everything, picked up and ran and hid up in the seats in the rafters, waiting for the place to fill up, laughing and scared to death that we were going to get trampled. But we're like soul sisters, or, friends for life. Together just naturally, and it's just so wonderful to still have Penny in my life. I think she'll be my forever friend. But I actually think I'm going to live till I'm 90. So I would like to see where our family is at when I'm 90. I'd like to know where I'm living. I'd like to know if Kelly has children. Will I be babysitting? Will I be healthy? I have had cancer, so hopefully that's all done with and I'll stay healthy. Normally I have short-term goals, but it would be my long-term goal to live to at least 90 and be looking after grandchildren, having family around me even then, and your dad with me. I heard someone answer this, and I thought they were dead on. It was Jamie Lee Curtis, who's an actress who I really love. And her reply would be my reply. This how to have a successful marriage and how to keep a marriage for a long time. Just don't get divorced. I think that's the perfect answer. I love working. I like financial independence, and I've always felt that way. I got a job as a secretary, and the job I got was at Hopedale Developments. I think my first paycheck was $60, and my take-home pay was even less than that. Always enjoyed working, and I hope I can work forever. I'm working now in insurance, working with seniors. I love that. I love my job. Hope I just work forever. So my favorite memory was when my dad got ordained as a minister. It was in a small church in Georgetown, and it was just such an exciting time. I remember I made my own dress to wear at the event. I have a picture of my dad and I. I have never seen him look so happy, and I will always remember that day. It was just fantastic, and to have that picture of my dad and I together, hugging and just happy, warms my heart. I'm so proud of my dad for what he did, and his ministry brought him peace and happiness right until he passed away. One thing that I do feel that is an accomplishment for me, and it's something that I've had to work at all my life, is fitness. After I came back from the motorcycle trip, I applied as a teacher at Barbie Allen Dancercise. and I was chosen. I was very proud of myself for being able to be fit enough to be a teacher. So I did that for a while. I went to pineapple dance for something to do, and it was all very trendy at the time. I remember Flash Dance was on at the theater in Piccadilly Circus, and I saw it there. I had my daughter at 42. For me, I just think that's my biggest accomplishment, and I've got my little bike sitting beside my desk in my office, so this is my happiness. I go to work all day and then ride my bike and then be with my family.
Oui, je
Hope I can do that
t'aime,
forever.
et je te donne ce poème. Oui, je t'aime, dans la joie ou la douleur. Douce France, cher pays de mon enfance, bercé de tendre insouciance.